All right, welcome to Left 4 Dead 2's weapons and equipment tier list. As you know, I have more than 7,000 hours in Left 4 Dead 2, so I can give you the objective ranking and tier list on all the equipment and weapons, starting with the hunting rifle. Now, this weapon is really good, especially in PvP. It has the most accurate most accurate shots even when running, which is why a lot of versus players love this weapon. You can combine it with the laser sights to make it almost entirely accurate when you're running in the game. For that, it deserves a really nice spot on A. It's very useful, even on single player. It can be very deadly, and it does a lot of damage. It does kill the special infected with one headshot, so that's really useful. The only downside to it is the small magazine. It has 15 bullets, so that's something to keep in mind. Then we have the first CS imported weapon on the list. Here is the MP5, or whatever it was back in the CS source days. This is a garbage weapon. Sometimes summons in the place of the suppressor. This one, the suppressed Uzi, and I mean it's fine. It's just a replacement for it. It's not the greatest. It's one of the star weapons, and it's fine. It does its job. But yeah, the damage and the accuracy while running and even standing and sitting, it's just not that great. It doesn't kill a lot of things, but it's not unusable. I'm gonna put it on C. And then we have the grenade launcher. This is immediate F tier. And this is a lot of people that first played Left 4 Dead probably did use this weapon a lot. And the main function of it is killing your teammates. That's the most important thing you can do with it. Other than that, not much. The explosion from the grenade itself does push away zombies and special infected, does knock them down. You can free your friends from very far away because the bullet does go in a trajectory instead of a straight line. You can just free your friends from across the map if you have the aim. But other than that, it's a very useless weapon, specifically because of how much the damage spreads to your teammates. And the bullet amount also is very limited. And then here we have the chrome shotgun. The chrome shotgun is really good. I'm gonna put it on a solid B tier. So this weapon, you would use it. It's not the best thing in the world, but when compared to some of the other weapons that we're gonna go through, it actually does its job. It can give you the possibility of one-shotting a witch in specific campaigns that you need to one-shot witches, and you don't have access to some other weapons. For example, the other weapons that can kill a witch. This is one of the specific ones that you get at the beginning of a campaign and can actually do that. Other than that, it has very useful properties. For example, when walking, you can actually get some really nice headshots from far away. And when you kill zombies with it, the bodies actually do go away very fast, which allows for speeding through campaigns. That allows for this really really useful stuff. And the damage is pretty good, and it is more accurate than the other version of the shotgun that we're gonna visit in a little bit. The next one is the auto sniper. The auto sniper is a really useful weapon. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It does a lot of damage. It has a huge magazine. The reload speed is not that bad. You can actually hold on to your bullets for a very long time. The magazine size, the reserve ammo, very large. You can definitely use this weapon for a very long time. So when I have, for example, teammates that are slower to go through the campaign, just maybe players who are newer to the game, I do go with this weapon because you can save them from across the map. That's pretty good. And headshots also kill special infected. And it's just a really well-rounded weapon in all aspects. Then we get to the Uzi. It goes to the same tier as the The MP5, I mean, it does its job, and if you put either MP5 or the Uzi, if you put laser sights on them, they could be good, you know, in dealing with specific enemies. Their main weakness, again, is the damage. So unless you are going to headshot every single zombie you see, it's not going to be useful when it comes to a herd, or yeah, it can't really do much when it comes to Witch, unless you have enough running space to empty like 6 magazines onto them. Next up, also I should have probably clarified the main difficulty I play on, playing Left 4 Dead, the correct difficulty is the advanced difficulty, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to these. I saw the AK, so I made sure to clarify the things I'm talking about when it comes to ranking these weapons is, you know, you have your basis on the advanced difficulty and not the other ones, because if the difficulties were to change, the Uzi and the MP5 would move up a bunch, because then, you know, it takes less bullets to kill the common infected, and that makes them really good, you know, on lower difficulties, like for example normal or easy. These are completely different weapons. And when it comes to the AK, there's a huge issue. The issue is on lower difficulties, like normal and easy, AK does one shot the common infected, and the bullets of the AK do go through them, so we can actually clear herds of zombies very easily with the AK. But since I'm talking about the advanced difficulty, which is something I usually play on, is I think it's the better difficulty. It makes more sense. It's more fun. I'm gonna lower the AK down to disgusting F, because that's where it belongs. It does have a bunch of ammo on it. 360 in the reserve and 40 in the magazines. I'm pretty sure. It just sucks ass, because it deals a lot of friendly fire, and if you do hit your teammates, their whole screen shakes. That's one of the things that can happen, and it does do a good amount of damage. It does one shot with the headshot for the special infected, which is why it makes it the favorite weapon for versus players, because in versus the difficulty is basically normal, so they do one shot. There's common zombies, and the special infected go down super easily with the AK, so that makes it a great choice for versus. But yeah, normally it just sucks ass, because the running attack is just atrocious. It's disgusting. You can't kill anything while running, which is the main, you know, that's how usually in Left 4 Dead you're running and gunning. That's the main thing. You're trying to get to the safe house, you know, you're not stationary. And this really makes it difficult to run and gun. You can't hit anything. Like you can test this out, you know, 2 meters from the next common infected, and you can't hit it. You have to stand still. You can't hit anything with this motherfucker. And on advanced and expert difficulty, the common infected take 2 shots with the AK to kill, which makes it unusable when it comes to herds. You know, you're not gonna do much. Then we get to the auto shotgun. This is the auto shotgun. I don't know, the naming system is very weird in Left 4 Dead 2, so I'm gonna call it the slower auto shotgun. This is the same as the other auto shotgun. It does more damage, I'm pretty sure, but the fire rate, and I think this is more accurate. I could be wrong about this, just a tiny bit. The difference is very minute when it comes to the 2 auto shotguns. This one is a bit slower, but even though it tops off every weapon I've talked about so far, and more to come. Like this thing is like the other auto shotgun is a fucking beast. You cannot stop this. There's no downsides to this. So even so, for example, one of the downsides with these weapons we talked about, like the auto sniper, could run out of bullets, and the reload could kill you. For example, when doing solo runs, that's one of the weaknesses of the auto sniper. You gotta pick your moment to reload. But the auto shotgun constantly has bullets. You don't have to worry about bullets, and it does have enough range to kill a smoker from wherever you're getting smoked from, unless you get very unlucky with how that goes. For example, with the auto sniper, you could miss the smoker that has gotten you, but with the auto shotguns, it's not really possible. And yeah, generally those are the weaknesses of this weapon. That's why the auto shotgun really, tops it off when it comes to these other weapons. You can constantly reload and shoot. You never run out of bullets. The reserve magazine, I would say, could be the only weakness, but if you time it right, if you play the campaign right, if you know the map, you're going to run into enough bullets to be enough for the entire campaign. But yeah, the auto sniper is just the running accuracy is really awful. The hunting rifle has better running accuracy. It's really better. You can run and gun from, I kill something very far while running, which is something you can also do with the auto shotgun. And it does a insane amount of damage. It has a really long range, fire rate, reload speed. So these are the factors, when trying to rank these are the things you got to keep in mind. It's the reload speed, the accuracy or range, it's the damage, and the fire rate. So these are the 4 factors you got to keep in mind when ranking these weapons. The next one is the AWP coming from CS, and not much to say about this one. It can't kill much. Like the special infected, you can one tap the jockey or the spitter. I guess that's pretty good. It's just it sucks ass, and usually the LS bot or the Zoe bot takes this, or the scout, which I want to talk about next. Actually, let's just group them together. These two have the same issues. You cannot clear a horde with this. Every time you use this, you gotta count on your teammates to actually kill the zombies around you so you can kill the one special infected in the distance. This is the only use this has. Killing witches, forget about it. You have to you have to have an elaborate plan that took you weeks to come up with to be able to kill a witch with this motherfucker. And it's just so bad. The reload speed on these is atrocious, and you shoot one single bullet, even though they increase the fire rate of both of these weapons to meet the Left 4 Dead 2 gameplay standards. But they still suck ass. You're gonna be overwhelmed. You're not gonna be able to do much about it. And then we get the silenced Uzi. Comes, it's in the same category as these weapons. They're pretty good. They're not very special. It does have specifically higher fire rate than these two, I'm pretty sure, but it really doesn't matter. The only upside to this is that it's quieter than the other two. These two are gonna, eardrums are gone after you use these for a while. That's why you don't use them for a very long time usually. If you get the silenced version, it is much more quieter and easier to listen to. And then we get the ultimate weapon, even better than the previous shotgun, because of the single reason that it shoots faster. Because it shoots faster, you do run out of bullets faster, so you gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, when you shoot this fast with a weapon that does this amount of damage and is this accurate, this is the ultimate Left 4 Dead weapon, I would say. Nothing even comes close to this. If you have this, you can pretty much do anything. This is a solo weapon. You can actually solo the entire game with this. And the only downside to this, I see, is that if your teammates are like sleeping or something and not doing anything, and it's just you doing solo Left 4 Dead, you would actually run out of bullets, funnily enough. And by that I mean it has 10 bullets in the magazine, and you shoot so fast, and you could clear everything. But if you're not careful, you're gonna be putting shells in the shotgun when some special infected gets you, and that's when you die. That's the only downside to this, but it's just if you time it right, you're invincible. And then we get to this one. This is the SSG. What's it called? SG or SSG? Another imported weapon from CS. Now this weapon is basically the M4. I want to talk about the rifles in a second. And this one, the problem with is first of all, damage. No damage. Where's the damage? I'm supposed to kill things with this. You can't clear any horde with this. That you're gonna get overwhelmed. And the reload speed is disgustingly long. Like holy fucking shit. You're gonna marry the spitter and have kids with her before this motherfucker can reload. Like holy shit. This is absolutely unusable. because of the reload speed. You do get the zoom in function with it, which is useless. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. You need like 5 headshots to kill special infected with it. It's just unusable. And then we get to the Scar. The Scar's gimmick is that it has the largest magazine in the entire game. You know, you can shoot for a very long time with this. And yeah, the reload speed is not that slow. Actually, it is faster than this motherfucker. So it has like 60 bullets. The only option, the shooting option with it is the burst fire. That is, I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it can actually, you know, because of how many bullets there is in it, and the accuracy is not that bad. The running accuracy is not horrible. You could clear hordes with this, and you can kill special infected. Like that's why this is not actually horrible. Just because it has so many fucking bullets, you can actually keep going and never actually have to reload before you clear out everything in the vicinity. So that's why it gets a D tier. And then we get to the M4. The M4. Where am I putting the M4? I'm gonna put it in the F tier. Yeah. The M4 is sad to see because I did play Left 4 Dead 1, you know, before I played Left 4 Dead 2, and the M4 is actually broken in that one. It does an insane amount of damage. It has high fire rate, reloads fast, and does a lot of damage in that game. It's absolutely the ultimate speedrunning weapon in that game. But for Left 4 Dead 2, they were like, yeah, let's just destroy this piece of shit, and now that's what it is. It's just a garbage piece of shit, unusable. You can't clear any horde with this. The special infected take 10,000 bullets to kill with this. Everything, you can't kill anything with this. Doesn't do any damage. It just, the gimmick is that when you're sitting down or standing, and that's the only time when it's accurate, you shoot fast. That's the only gimmick. But yeah, even put a laser sight on it and it's not good. It's just not preferable to anything. Then we get the wooden shotgun. I'm going to put the wooden shotgun right here in B tier. Now, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good place just behind the chrome shotgun, because it's just a less accurate version of the chrome shotgun. That's the thing with it. And therefore you do less damage with it, but it is still very useful, and definitely more useful than all these weapons. Like these ones you would only use if there is none of these options available. That's the only use they have. And yeah, we get to this the railgun. I don't know what the name is. It is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in a, yeah, I guess a C tier would be nice. Yeah, because in terms of functionality, it will never get close to the shotguns because they have the potential to run and gun. And this one just doesn't have that kind of potential, but you can, you know, the accuracy is not bad at all. The main issue with this gun is the bullet amount. You don't have to reload with this gun. That is a huge plus. But because only it has 150 bullets, you kind of only have the option to use it in very specific campaigns and very specific levels, because those specific areas are very close to the safe house. Therefore you can use this actually freely. But other than that, generally you want to avoid this because there are better guns that keep more bullets and are better for, you know, you can't really deal with the witch with this, but you can, you know, kill most special infected, you know, clear hordes of zombies and just absolutely destroy the tank with this. So that's why it's really good. But yeah, the witch is gonna absolutely blast you, even though you have 150 bullets. Yeah, it's just you're gonna run out of bullets. That's the main issue with it. But yeah, overall, kind of solid weapon. I would put it above all the SMGs. It's just preferable because by the time you're done with the bullets, you're gonna be somewhere, you know, that you'll find other guns. Now we get to the secondary weapons, and here we get all the melee weapons. Now let's see this right here. It says ain't any melee. Now this right here I would put where should I put it? I would put it in a B maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Melee is really overpowered in this game, but it's just not. You know, you can go on YouTube and just find. I'm sorry, the camera must be shaking crazy by now. Yeah, melee weapons, they're pretty good in terms of their function, though. Are they better than a shotgun? You can actually, what I was gonna say, you can go on YouTube and watch melee only runs of Left 4 Dead. So if that's possible, it's like on when you play online, which is usually how you play this game. The melee is just not as functional because of how the connection and the code of the game works. If you're playing online, it's just you barely, you know, you can't clear as many hordes of zombies as easily when you're offline. Oh, I mean, for people who have great ping, I guess that is possible. It's just yeah, it's just online. It is nerfed a little bit. Yeah, I just don't know where to put any melee because it's not gonna replace guns. That's for sure. You definitely need guns, shotgun, you know, the snipers. But yeah, I guess as a B would be pretty good. Then we go to the golf club. I really just like how the golf club sounds and feels. I'm gonna put it on A tier. It's a really cool looking melee weapon. All in all, it just sounds nice, and it has a lot of range, and the speed is not bad either. So I'm gonna put it in a nice A, and it's just cool to use, you know, in a Left 4 Dead scenario. Now this right here is the baseball bat. This is one of my favorite melee weapons. It's just because of yeah, it's just the visual of using the baseball bat. I guess I just like using sports tools, or I don't know what they called. Yeah, for zombie killing purposes. It's just really fun to use. And then we get to the chainsaw. The chainsaw I'm gonna put really low. I'm gonna put it on a nice D tier. Yeah, it's just when you use it, all the zombies come to you. So it has a few functions. You can kill the witch with it, you know, solo kill and just absolutely destroy the witch on your own with it. And the main issue is that it just the startup, because you have to be able to synergize your main weapon, which is usually something strong, you know, S or A tier right here. You're gonna use that with one of the melee weapons, and the way to do it is that you shoot and you run out of bullets, right? You switch to your melee weapon, and with the chainsaw, that is just not possible because of this huge startup animation. It's just gonna take a really long time to just use, and the range is absolutely disgusting, and something that it doesn't do that other melee weapons do. When you swing the other melee weapons, it has an area of effect that pushes a lot of zombies back. With the chainsaw, you have to manually aim, you know, and kill zombies, and it does run out. That is a huge downside to this weapon. Other melee weapons never run out. They're very reliable. You can keep them for the entire campaign if you want. But yeah, the chainsaw has a few downsides to bring it down to D. It does have a few functions that keep it from F. That's why I keep it right there. Then we get to the cricket bat. Cricket bat, I'm going to put it on a B tier. It's basically the same thing as the baseball, but it just looks less cool, I guess. It is really just nice and functional as well. Now the crowbar. The crowbar, I'm going to put it at a C. It's not as bad as the chainsaw, but it really, you know, it is what the SMGs are to guns. Like, it does what a melee is supposed to do, but it's just so slow, and the hitbox is so bad that it just, yeah, the main issue with it is the speed. The speed is just so atrocious. You can't, because like, you want to switch to a melee weapon and just use it, and this just takes years. Like, you swing, and then the next swing will come like 10 years from now. It'll never happen. Just don't wait for it, and just switch to something else. Now we do get the knife. I'm gonna put it at the same tier as the crowbar. It's not plagued by the speed issue, but it is plagued by the hitbox issue. You can't kill much with it, so you have to swing 10 times to get the zombie in front of you. It's just in terms of the hitbox, it's just horrible. And they did change the hitbox in a recent, not that recent, but kind of recent in terms of Left 4 Dead years, because they didn't do an update for a very long time. But yeah, they did change the hitbox, but it's still just not good. It does have the speed, like if you can stick to a tank and kill it, so I would put it above the crowbar. It is useful in that sense, but yeah, I would generally would not go for that. Then there's the guitar. The guitar is disgustingly just slow. It's very slow, but you do get to hear the sound of a guitar smashing. That's pretty nice to hear, and I just really like the style. So even though it's just really slow, yeah, the hitbox is fine. I would use it sometimes. It's just the same thing as the cricket bat. Sometimes you just want to use it, especially in the Dark Carnival campaign, like in the stage finale. During that entire campaign, I always go for the guitar because of the themes. You know, it's really fun to use. It's a fun weapon, and yeah, that's why it gets a B tier, solid B tier. Then we get to the katana. The katana gets an A tier. I mean, it is kind of weak, but yeah, long range, very fast speed, and yeah, it does everything a melee weapon wants you to do. It also kind of cool with the sound. You know, the katana sound it makes when you kill the zombies. Really nice, really smooth weapon. I would choose it over the other ones down below the list. And then we get to the nightstick. Nightstick also gets an A tier. Yeah, most of the melee weapons just get an A tier by default because of how good they are. The nightstick, it is the you know, I'm gonna give it an S tier actually. It is the ultimate meta melee weapon because of the huge fast speed that it has. You can just switch to it and immediately activate the use animation. It just makes it really fast. The main issue with it is the range. It is also not a sharp weapon. I mean, I don't really take into account the fact that they're sharp or not, but it is something to say about it because you can't cut off the smoker's tongue if that's something that you do normally when using a melee weapon. So yeah, it doesn't have that sharpness quality to it that you can use to cut off the smoker's tongue if it grabs you. But yeah, it is really fast. You can combine it with the Spaz auto shotgun. You just have a deadly setup. Then we get to the machete. Same thing. I would put it above the nightstick. I really just like the machete because it has that sharp thing to it, and I don't know. It just feels better to use, and it's just really fast. It's also they're kind of the same, on par with each other when it comes to the speed, but nightstick is a little bit faster. But I just really like the machete just because it's just short, but it's super fast. I mean, it's not that short. It's not as short as the knife, but yeah, the hitbox is really good. It's just it's fun to use. It's very fun to use and effective. Then we get to the axe. A tier, same thing as the other ones. Melee weapons up here. I think axe is. I mean, I would like to think the baseball bat is the one I use the most, but because the axe is so common in the first levels of Left 4 Dead, that is like if I go to my stats, I'm gonna see that the axe is the one that I used a lot. But yeah, the axe is just really common. It's you see it everywhere when you start to play the game. It's just all over the place, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It is a bit slower, but it does have that sharpness effect, and it's just really cool to use a fire axe to kill the zombies. It's just fun. Then we get to the frying pan. The frying pan, I'm gonna give it an A tier. It is super fast. It is really fast to use. It doesn't have a lot of range, but I think it's fine because of just the sound it makes. You know, it's just the one with pang. You know what I'm talking about. When you use it, it's just really cool to listen to that sound. That's why most people use it. It's just constant pang sound throughout the campaign. That's what you're going for when you're using this one. It is effective. It is more effective than the ones down here. It does its job. It's super fast, like I said, and yeah, overall decent melee. I'm gonna put it on an A tier. We get to the secondary pistols. We get the dualies. I'm gonna put these ones at a solid F tier. They serve no purpose. If you have a melee as a secondary, when you drop down, when you're incapacitated, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Incapacitated, you get to use the dual pistols, if you have them, and if you have a melee weapon, they still give you the single pistol. And I'm gonna put the dual pistols and the single pistol both in the F tier. If you actually use these, you're actually wasting a slot. I think Ellis bot and the Zoe bot also use these. They get the dualies whenever they can. They're just horrible. They do get infinite bullets, and it's just not good. The running accuracy is horrible. The reload speed is disgusting. They don't do any damage. And what was the other factor? The fire rate. Actually, the fire rate is very high, but that doesn't mean anything because the 3 other factors are fucked. So that you get a shitty weapon. Now the Desert Eagle. It is the Desert Eagle. Where should I put it? I'm gonna put it at a solid D tier, I guess. Yeah. It is like when there's no melee around or dual pistol. I mean, yeah. I would replace it with any a single pistol or dual pistol any day. It does serve a few functions. When you run out of bullets, you can actually get to kill a special infected with it. And yeah, on lower difficulties, normal and easy, also versus, a lot of people love it because it serves a huge function. When you run out of bullets, you can switch to this and absolutely destroy. It clears hordes. When you're incapacitated, you get to use it, and it is really accurate and really powerful when you're down. You can actually use it to save your team in versus. It's just really good in that sense. You get to one tap a bunch of special infected. That's really good, and yeah, it does serve a function. But on advanced and expert, there's just no reason to not go for a melee weapon. But if you don't have a choice, like at the first level of Dark Carnival, I think that's the only place that you really have to go without. I mean, if you're speedrunning, if you're not, you're gonna find plenty of melee weapons in that stage. But yeah, unless you have to, you better not use the Desert Eagle. It's just not it's not there. This doesn't do much. The running accuracy is horrible. And the damage is just terrible. You're not gonna clear any hordes with this. It has 8 bullets, which is, I think it's more than it's supposed to be 7. Like I think it's in CS it's 7. You know, after this game they changed it back to 7 to keep it how it's supposed to be. And it's just not enough bullets. Anyways, just 8. It's just not enough bullet. It doesn't do much. No reason to not have a melee instead of a Desert Eagle, and it's just all over just not very useful. And yeah, I'm gonna put it in D for some function. Then we get to the throwables. We have the bile jar. Put it at a solid S tier. You can actually, if you don't have any guns and they give you infinite bile bombs, you can actually just clear the game. Just have the shove button. I think it's the shove button. It is in this list. We're gonna get to it. If you just have shove and infinite bile bombs, you can actually finish any campaign easily. That's why I put it in an S tier. It's a really useful throwable. There's not much to say about it. You can actually direct the way zombies behave, and you just keep them wherever you want them. If you don't want zombies, you want some time off, you want to do any heal your teammates, pick someone up, just throw it, and just do it at ease. Or you're trying to clear a huge horde, just throw this somewhere else and just go past them. It's really useful. We get to the pipe bomb. I'm gonna the pipe bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at a solid A tier. It does clear out the hordes when someone on your team is boomered or vomited on. You can use the pipe bomb. It cause a lot of casualties for the zombies. It is very useful. I'm gonna put it at an A tier because of its ability to clear out hordes. And then we get the Molotov. The Molotov I'm gonna put at a solid S tier. So unless you're playing a campaign that has rain and a lot of water bodies in it, the Molotov is gonna be really deadly. If a special infected touches this, like even in, I don't know if yeah, I think it's in versus as well. If they touch this, they're basically dead because they keep burning unless they find a water source, which doesn't exist in most campaigns. And yeah, same goes for the tank. If you set the tank on fire, it's just really a really amazing tool. It's very effective, and you can clear out huge hordes of zombies and special infected with it. And yeah, it's really useful. We get to the explosives. Here we have the firecrackers. Sorry for shaking the camera, by the way. I moved my feet involuntarily. I had some caffeine. Yeah, the firecrackers, you know, you blow them up, right? You blow them up. Where should I put the firecrackers? Yeah, the firecrackers and the gas canister. They're kind of the same thing. I'm gonna put them both at A tier. Very effective at closing off sections in versus, I mean, I don't play a lot of versus, but I assume is super useful. You clear out large waves of hordes with it, special infected as well. You strategically can place these to do a lot of damage to them. And yeah, I'm gonna rank the flammable barrel in the same sort of area. It is an explosive and sort of a fire effect at the same time. I'm gonna put the propane tank in the same tier. These are just really useful in staggering, you know, the tank. Maybe that's something you like doing. You can stagger the tank with it. You can kill huge hordes of zombies. You can do cool speedrun stuff with it. And yeah, they're super effective. But I started to think I should put these, you know, the explosives in general, just put them B tier. Because they're super effective, but compared to these ones where they're intentionally effective, you know, you can really just take advantage of the A tier. But yeah, I'm going to put them a tier below the pipe bomb and that kind of thing. Because those are more directional, more intentional. You can use them better. But these explosives, like the flammable barrels, are stationary. You can't even. There's spawn in specific places, so their use is limited. And the fireworks, yeah, there aren't in that many places. There is that one place I want to put them at the bottom of the explosive, because at the finale of the Dark Carnival campaign, just really, you know, that one spot with a lot of fireworks, you can shoot them. It just makes this really huge noise. It's really annoying, and a lot of players do that accidentally or intentionally. It's just so loud. It's just so many eardrums have been popped by this motherfucker right here. Then we get to the propane tanks. I'm gonna move this son of a bitch to C tier. Same tier as the crowbar and the knife, so they're effective, but very limited effectiveness. And yeah, every time you see a propane tank, every time you see one of these, I don't know. What is it called? I don't know. I'm gonna call it the slim propane tank. And whenever you see these, you wish it was a normal, just regular propane tank, because it's just so hard to shoot from far away. It's just not. You're not gonna get it. You're gonna shoot around it 7 times and then give up and then be like, okay, I'm gonna move on. That's usually how it happens. Or if you shoot it, it's not gonna explode in time. It's just. Yeah, it's just super not useful. Actually, I'm going to put it one tier below. That's because of how just not useful it is. It does collect zombies. Whenever you shoot it, they go after the hissing sound. But it's just so limited use. It's just so bad. It's just so ineffective. And you got to give it a B tier. It's not F tier, but yeah. Yeah, it's just so to make sure my perspective here is not really messed up. AK is worse than a propane tank. Did I just say that? I think I just did. Yeah, I think propane tank can actually kill more than AK possibly. Yeah, because it can actually explode and kill a bunch of zombies, which the AK cannot do on advanced. Then we have the shove, straight to S tier. It's the ultimate weapon. You don't need to have bullets. You don't need to have much. And in Left 4 Dead 1, it was broken because there was no cooldown for it. You could spam shove all the time. It was ridiculous. But yeah, they put a cooldown for it. It is still super useful. Get the zombies away from you. Get the special infected off your friends. All kinds of uses. We have the gnome. I'm gonna put it in not applicable. What the fuck? We have the cola. Yeah, these are not even equipment. Like shove is a game mechanic. I don't know what the. Yeah, we're gonna have these on the list just because. And then we have that. Like these are not weapons or yeah, I guess just the equipment here. We have the defib. Defib is really good. I'm gonna put it at a solid, solid what? Solid B tier. It's not. It's good, but it's not crazy. You know. Every time every time you see a first aid kit, you would rather have a first aid kit than a defib. I'm gonna put the first aid kit in S tier, or should I put it in A tier? I don't know. S tier, A tier. I'm gonna put it in S tier. Everybody loves a first aid kit. Same goes for the pills and adrenaline shots because those are always good to have whenever you get them. Those are the best. I'm gonna put the adrenaline shot a little bit above the pills because they have more functionality. An adrenaline shot could make or break a run. Save the whole team. Oh, everybody's down. What's going on? It's just pop an adrenaline shot. It just fix the whole situation up. Combine it with a bile bomb. It's very disgusting setup. You can speedrun a whole lot of the game with those two. And the pills are really good because they're like instant first aid kits for times when you don't have time to do a first aid kit, which is rare, but sometimes does happen. Like there's a tank and the tank hits you and you're stunned and you can't hold anything up and you're about to be down. You're really fast. Just pull out the pills and pop, so you don't so you're not incapacitated. And then you get the explosive ammo right to F tier and the incendiary ammo right to F tier. For the time these take for you to set them up, the incendiary ammo again more useful in. I'm gonna put it above explosive. Like the grenade launcher. Holy shit! It has the same problem as the explosive ammo upgrade. I like to call it downgrade because of how much just friendly fire you can cause with this son of a bitch. The incendiary is a little bit more useful than that because you still get to set fire to enemies, and the fire is not doesn't last forever like the molly and the can, but it is still pretty useful. You can make a lot of weapons like the SMGs one shot the zombies. That's the main use for it, but it's just never ever worth it to stand still and just replace this with your health kit and plant it and then go look for your health kit. Where was it? Let me pick up my health kit back after I pick up the one. It's just never useful to put it down or do anything with it. It's just one of the weaker setups you can get. And then we have the mounted guns. I'm gonna put both of them in D tier, and because this is the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns usually mounted gun, and this one is Left 4 Dead 2. They do both get overheated. I think does the Gatling gun get overheated and you can't use it? I'm not sure. I think it just overheats and you can't see well. That's the only thing it does. But both of them, I'm gonna put them in D tier because they don't really have a use. The fire rate is too garbage, and the accuracy, it's just. I mean, you could technically clear hordes of zombies, but the main downside with both of them is that you have to stand still. That's horrible. In this game, you have to keep moving. The spitter is there to incentivize moving. Like everything in this game is about moving. Like keep moving. The running accuracy, that's why it's so important. The running accuracy of weapons. And standing still to use these is never worth it, and you're just gonna regret reusing them ever. And the only use they have, that's why I'm not putting them F tier. They do have a function. You can actually distract the tank when you want to. You can this is the ultimate weapon to control who the tank aggresses. So that's the main function of these weapons. Then there's the laser sights. I'm gonna put them at a solid S tier. Whenever you get them, they're great, just like the pills and the adrenaline shot and the health kits and the bile bombs and the molotovs. Just if they're there, great. yeah, you should usually go looking for these, but the laser sights usually doesn't appear a lot of places. You have to go look for it. You have to memorize the spawn points. It's just in every campaign. There are obviously some exceptions. There are really, popular, very famously known placements for the laser sights, but most of them are in such obscure places of the level that you never actually get to see them usually. But when they're there, of course, the huge upgrade. You can put them on any gun. They make them more accurate, really useful. It makes a lot of setups more viable. But yeah, just looking at these and what laser sight does to them. Just a quick review. I mean, I should do a whole. Maybe I could do a whole another list these weapons, but on laser sights that changes things. M4, like I said, laser sight are not garbage. This one reload speed garbage. This one fire rate. I mean, not fire, just one bullet per. Doesn't do much in Left 4 Dead setting. AK with the laser sight, it does take care of the accuracy problem, but still, you can't clear out hordes of zombies with it. That's the main issue. It takes 2 bullets to kill a common infected. You're just not gonna be doing that. The grenade launcher, I don't think it affects grenade launcher at all. The laser sights, the scar, it does improve it to some extent, but yeah, the main issue with the scar, just not enough damage and burst fire only. That's the issue with it. The 3 SMGs, they actually become very useful with the laser sight because they fire fast. You can concentrate a lot of damage onto the tank. Yeah, that does make them better. The laser sight on the railgun, whatever it is called. It is an interesting combo, but very rarely happens. Yeah, you're not gonna be doing a whole lot of this. But yeah, the railgun on itself, it's super accurate. If you just stand still for a second, you can shoot things from distance. And the chrome shotgun and the wooden shotgun with the laser sight, of course, the huge improvement. The chrome, actually, it is technically the most accurate shotgun if you do put the laser sight on it, and you can snipe from very far distances with this setup. Laser sight on the chrome shotgun. And like I said, the hunting rifle with the laser sight, deadly combo, especially in versus, because the running accuracy becomes almost, dot, what's it called? Point perfect. That's you can actually shoot something in a huge distance while running. It just becomes super accurate, and it does fix the auto sniper's lack of running accuracy. You could use that to make a very good setup. And for the shotguns don't need it. But it could affect it. I guess that was it. That was for the tier list. And yeah, thanks to the person that made this. A lot of effort went into the just put the picture on there. I don't know who makes these in the tier maker website, but whoever it is, thank you so much. It was super fun to do. Thank you very much.